Hey everybody, my name is Lee Beatty and welcome to this quick training. I'm going to talk to you guys about how I go about finding keywords for a, any topic. It doesn't matter what you are. Hopefully you guys found some use in some of these videos I've been doing for you. And folks, if you guys are checking out my channel, just check out a bunch of the videos I have on here. I do a lot of different trainings, excuse me, and my whole mission right now is to tell you guys how to actually find keywords the quickest and easiest way that I know how. And with with one of the launches that are going on, I want to kind of pay tribute to one of the guys this guy creates custom softwares. What I'm gonna do is in the description below, I'm gonna leave you a link to a software that actually it's super easy to actually pull keywords. It's from a guy that super smart, highly respect his work. I have many of his products that I've reviewed, that I've actually used when I offer services for people. But I'm going to leave that link in the description below, and it's free. Okay. But the whole mission, what I want to talk about right now, is how in the world do you find useful keywords? And most people, they go about it. They have no clue. They probably didn't even know that there are keywords based around their actual topic. And so basically what this is going to be about is keyword research. Sorry I got my back to you folks. I want to make sure that's impromptu so that you guys can kind of almost treat it like you're sitting right there going through this quick training. With me, I was going to do things and have the little sticky tabs, pulling them back off, but I feel it's impromptu is just as good, and any feedback you can provide for me would be awesome. So because I really want to figure out what style works best for my subscribers and my audience, and I really just give you guys the best I can. So keyword research. Where are you guys checking out your keywords? Okay, the first place that you can actually check to find keywords is Keyword Planner. All right, Keyword Planner is a free keyword research tool that Google provides. Okay, and don't worry, I'll leave a link in the description below, or I'll leave it in this video right around there. As I'm going, I'm going to actually do some stuff to make all these little things pop up during the video. But the Keyword Planner is, probably the most trusted source. A lot of people that I've seen, they introduce this scarcity, and I don't understand, because Google's giving you a free keyword tool, but a lot of people don't know how to use it. And and this drives me crazy, because I just saw an actual training where the guy actually showed the wrong way to actually use the keyword tool and not actually get more out of it than you should. And don't worry, I'm actually going to leave some other tutorials about how I actually break down in the Keyword Planner and how I actually do this, because it annoys me that people will try and do, and they're trying to do the best they can to provide training, but they're offering products and they're teaching the exact wrong ways to use these tools, and it blows my mind that people still do stuff like that. So there's a specific way that you can actually pull keywords based off of a couple things. One, it could be keyword specific. So whatever your topic or niche or keyword. Okay. So if you already have a website and you already have some kind of keywords or some kind of ideas of what you want to do, that's okay. So then what leads me to my next point is B, is a website. All right, if you have a website, they have an option in there where you can actually put that website. It'll go through and it's going to give you a list of other keywords, okay, in there. And again, keep in mind, this is just quick keyword research. I've actually got a ton of videos that I'm actually putting up on a platform that I'm going to leave in the description below, that they're free to watch. All I ask you to do is, when you go there, leave a comment, share it with your friends, or whichever the case, because I actually go through some advanced ways to use the keyword planner, all right, and some other resources in there that find a lot of keywords. So this one's really kind of is just introducing you to the concept of doing keyword research. So in here, like I said, I mean, you can use the keyword planner. All right, the next one you can actually use is Google Trends. Google Trends is another Google-owned website that they actually spot trends. They actually give you useful information, and if you've seen anything below, understanding who your avatar is on the back end, or understanding, you know, where they live, if you're doing any type of PPC or pay-per-click marketing or whatever the case. I definitely recommend that you check out Google Trends, just because you actually find out what states are prominent, what cities are prominent, where people are actually really searching. You can actually quickly identify other trusted keywords and trends, and find out a lot more useful information. And again, as you're actually going through this, I'm going to leave a link in the description below for some of those other videos, and I'm actually going to probably leave a link in the video itself that you can actually pick that up. All right, so Google Trends, Google Keyword Planner, two awesome resources that I mean, to me, anytime you're actually doing some type of research, folks, when you actually set the foundation, when you find out who your avatar is, you do some keyword research, what happens as a result? You're starting to lay a foundation for who your target audience is and kind of what they want. And the great thing I love about Google Trends, kind of coinciding with the keyword planner, is that anything that you got an interest in, you can put it in the Google Trends tabs, and you can trend up, you can check the trends for up to 5 different keywords, and really check, where those keywords are actually being searched. And again, I have other training for keyword planner, so don't worry if you're not totally understanding this. It's okay, because I have other videos that you can watch, and all I recommend that you do is, if you watch it again if you have to, because I go really in depth at how to use that, how to actually really target, and how to actually extract from other people's hard work using the keyword planner. Because a lot of people, when they do keyword research, the biggest problem that I see is that most people, as a general rule, they try and recreate the wheel, and you don't have to do that. Okay, you can go in and use it this way, but like I said, when I tap into the website portion of that, and then I start to really dig deep and dig into it, some of those videos you're going to find very, very, and they're over the shoulder, so I'm actually doing it in there. Some of these trainings I'm doing right now, I woke up this morning, got a cup of coffee right there on my little stand in front of my camera, and I had to get 2 of these things done to knock out as part of my AR list for today. And I wanted to make sure that I saw this, because, like I said, I watched it this morning just on my mobile phone, and when it drives me crazy when I see people doing stuff improperly. I don't know why. Because I was affected by that when I first started out, and I was buying a bunch of crap products, and my first initial interaction with somebody was I paid a lot of money, and they didn't even break this stuff down to me, oddly enough. I didn't know any better, so hopefully you can kind of learn something from that. But use the keyword planner. If you don't have an AdWords account, sign up for it. It's free. If you're a web developer, you can have a blog or whichever the case, and go get a freaking AdWords account. It's going to be really, really useful for you. Highly recommend it. And you can do it per keyword, your topic, your niche, or you can do it based off of your website. And like I said, check out those videos. I go in depth about how to actually use it, how to apply the filters, and go from there. And then Google Trends. Google Trends is just an amazing resource. It not only identifies trends, but it identifies other keywords that you can actually pull from one base keyword, which is amazing. It's just another kind of snapshot that you can be given. And then the last but not least, I like to use a site called SimilarWeb. This is one that, for those of you who watch anything that I've done, I use a site called Similar Sites on a regular basis, and for a lot of different reasons, okay? But SimilarWeb, it is integrated with similar sites, but it gives you so much more. It kind of identifies keywords. It also identifies kind of who your avatar is on a general scale, and it just gives you a better snapshot, and it gives you a nice set of keywords, maybe other topics you probably just weren't even thinking about. And that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love SimilarWeb, because of that purpose. All right, so in here, anytime that you're choosing keywords, and don't forget, in the description below, I'm actually going to give you a resource that I actually use on a pretty regular basis, actually. And it's a free keyword research tool that pulls from the 3 major search engines, and it's free. And the guy that made it, his name's Dave Gwendon. Awesome, guy. Makes, I don't personally know him. I love his products that I personally use. I get a lot out of them, and he actually has a free keyword tool, and I'm going to actually provide it in the resource below. No strings attached on this today, folks. So, I'm sure some of you are going to probably wonder why I'm not actually charging for some of this, but this is just what I wanted to do. Because as you see, anything I normally do, I always do it over the shoulders, like you're actually with me on the screen as I'm actually going through and doing the instruction. I wanted to do it in front of a whiteboard now, because really what happens as a result, many people do this part wrong. They don't do this right, and they don't know really where to look. And if you use these 3 resources, and the one I'm going to leave in the description below, they're all free, okay? And what it does is it really gives you a nice set of keywords that you can start writing articles, creating videos, really, just developing a sense for what it is that you want to do and what kind of keywords that you want to base your information around. And the reason why I like Keyword Planner so much is they actually group certain keywords together. So anytime you're creating websites and you maybe wanting to silo some of your content inside, or create articles around certain topics, and you want to use what you call LSI, latent semantic indexing. It's just a way that they've kind of checked for keywords, and if it's the keyword density of your article, it's just a fancy way of saying, hey, does this really have light content in it? And and do some of these keywords that we deem necessary, are they being used in there? So that's one of the reasons why I like Keyword Planner, and it kind of really goes with the whole putting the proper keywords into their perspective and writing content, putting content based around that. Like I said, folks, using these 3 websites and the one below, because there's got to be some intrigue here. I can't give you everything on the board. You're going to have to actually check it in. As you're seeing, as I'm talking to you about this, you're going to see little things flashing up on the screen. Click those. It's going to redirect you to some of the other videos I have. Really, my whole intent here was to provide just a quick snapshot of training, really identify with what keyword research is, and give you just kind of a good general overview of some of the actual resources that are used. You may see other videos that actually provide this, but in here, especially when I get to this, I'm actually going to leave you a set of videos, and as I'm pointing on this, I'm going to make sure and put an annotation for it right now. So click on that video, and make sure that you redirect, because some of the videos I do like this, I'm doing as whiteboard videos. There are other videos that I'm doing where they're over the shoulder, where you're actually on the actual website with me, and I'm actually doing that training for you. So again, if you're looking to do keyword research and you want the best free ways of actually doing it, use Keyword Planner. And if you don't have one, just type in Keyword Planner into Google, and go from there. And you can do it. You can use that keyword research tool in a number of different ways. And remember, I'm going to leave other videos. Then Google Trends, folks. I know this. To some of you, you may think, what the heck is Google? What does Google Trends have to do with anything about keywords? Just trust me on this. I'm actually going to provide, in those videos, I actually go through Google Trends, and if you picked up any of my Udemy courses, you guys will know that I'm a huge fan of using Google Trends. Folks, it's an easy way to identify with what is popping right now. Can't recommend it enough. And then SimilarWeb. It's just far and away one of the best resources I've ever used. I use similar sites a lot, and stumble upon SimilarWeb at the same time. And there's a lot of useful features that really go into that, because they do provide keywords. They give you some other keywords that I'll assure you, you're going to be like, oh wow, I never even thought about including that into my information. So make sure you include SimilarWeb as part of that. And you know, again, folks, anything that I'm training on, I'm doing my best to try and provide as much useful information to help you guys out. So, folks, hopefully I did my job in educating you briefly. You know, pointing out a couple free resources. Not to be too extensive, but I want to make this basic enough for anybody's learning curve. And don't forget, as these things are bleeping on the screen, and I'm doing that because I'm going to put something there as I'm actually doing it, that you know you're going to be redirected to. So, folks, a few years ago I got hacked, and it really forced me to find out what my why was. And my why is to educate a macro community that funds a micro community that feeds a community. Okay? I wish you all love, peace, ease of mind, health, wealth, and happiness. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you like this video? Can you share it? And you know, don't forget, subscribe to my channel below. And then, you know, give me any suggestions as to what I could cover, what you'd like me to talk about. Just contact me there, and I'll do the best I can to provide that overview for you. Thank you so much, everyone, and hopefully you enjoyed this training. Take it easy.